So feeling positive, and this is something that's really got legs over the years, the whole positive and negative kind of thing. And sometimes there's a pressure to sort of feel and be positive all the time. And while we always do have reasons, sometimes it's a hard state to sort of stay in. And I know, I mean, I have to work at it. Like, I don't find that, it doesn't come to me. I work at it. If I do certain things, I found that I'm very positive. If I do other things, I won't feel the same way. And I think that's probably true for all of us. I'm a pretty simple sort of guy. And I remember years ago, I heard something that, if you fall down, if you fall down 7 times, the secret is to get up 8. And that makes at one level very little sense, but in another it makes an awful lot of sense, or it certainly does to me. I wouldn't have any kind of identification with the person who's universally positive, universally positive. And probably the best example I ever heard of that was a story. It was kind of a joke, and it was a bit rude. So, if you want to go away now, I don't mind, because I'm going to tell you the story, because I think it's worth telling. It's about the most positive man in the world. And his name is Mick. And Mick is married to Mary. And Mick and Mary have been together for 20 years, and they're very happy. Very, very happy. The only thing is, throughout their entire time together, Mary has never had an orgasm. So they go to the doctor, their family physician. Now, the family physician is kicking for a touch at this stage, because they're just saying, look, never had an orgasm. What do you think it could be? And the doctor says, well, maybe Mary's getting too hot, during the act. Maybe if Mary were able to be cooler, she'd be grand. So they went home, and Mick was having a look around. He was going, well, we've no air conditioning, we've no nothing. I wonder how we'll go about solving this. So he says to Mary, I know, maybe fanning you with the towel. So he fans Mary with the towel, and he says, what do you think? Are you feeling cool? And she says, I'm freezing. That's very good. So he says, okay, well, obviously I can't do that and do the thing at the one time. I know what I'll do. I'll go and I'll ask Paddy. So he brings his friend Paddy up, and Mick says, now, what you need to do is you need to fan this towel to keep Mary cool while we're in the act. So Paddy's a good mate of his. Okay, I'll do that for you. So he starts working away, and Mick is there with Mary. And after about 10 minutes, there's nothing happening. And Mick says, I don't know what's happening here at all. This doesn't seem to be working. So he gets up and he says to Paddy, we need to change places. So Paddy says, what? And he says, yeah, he says, work with me here. We need to change places. So Paddy takes over with Mary. Well, within a couple of minutes, there's roaring and shouting and headboards being grabbed and all manner of commotion. And Paddy stops after a few minutes, and he turns to Mick, and Mick says, now, Paddy, that's how you fan a fucking towel. Now, that man is the most positive man in the world. I don't have identification with that. Look, I hope it gives you a little bit of a laugh along the way. But, that's pretty much my experience of this, that if we work at it, if we take the steps that we need, you have got so much to feel positive about. Let me tell you this. Let me put it a little more seriously for you. If you have food in your fridge, a roof over your head, and a bed to sleep in tonight, you are amongst the 20% of the world's population that do. That's a lot to be positive about. If you have some money, any amount, in a bank that you can have access to, a few notes in a wallet and a few coins in your pocket, you're amongst the 7% of the world's most wealthy people. Try and think of this. It's always a question of which way do we look? Which way do we turn? Which way do we look? So, let's try and choose the right way. Let's try and choose being positive. We can always find the positives. We can always find the negatives. Try to always pick it, but remember, it's a process. It doesn't happen to you, you happen to it. It's always going to be predicated on the action that you've taken up to it. I'll talk to you soon.